Welcome to a brand new episode of Lunch with Doug, a unique and fun experience brought to you by the creative minds here at the Music Exerbia Project. We're here today thanks to the generous support of our esteemed sponsors. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic at 150 North Commercial Street in Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. Open Tuesday through Friday. Walk-ins are welcome. No appointment needed. American Legion Post number 2, located at 402 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. Newly remodeled with a fresh, clean look, gaming machines, and new smoke heaters. Open to the public. Express Printing and Hydrographics, a print shop and a commercial-grade hydro dipping facility with custom wide-format hydro film printing capability. Located at 14144 East Highway 54 at Adams Plaza. Contact them at 417-283-2005. Thank you for choosing to spend your lunchtime with me. Hello, everyone. Back on Lunch with Doug today. As promised, I've got A.M. Jamison on the phone. How are you today, Mr. A.M. Jamison?
I am good, Doug. How are you?
Well, I've been pretty excited to get you here. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I thought now is really a good time because I know you got a new project coming up and everything. But before we get into what you're doing now, let's assume there's a few listeners out there that are unaware what's going on. So let's introduce them to you, how long you've been playing, and talk about your first release and how you got to here.
Let's see. I started playing music actually when I was 4 years old, blowing a trumpet, So I jumped around from, French horn, trumpet, all different kinds of instruments, and just kind of evolved from that. I think I picked up the guitar when I was 8 or 9, maybe. Kind of grew from that in high school and band and stuff. And, just growing up and learning more about music and experiencing more about life. And my first album was Reflections. It was recorded in Joplin, Missouri. And it's more of a pop sound, I would say, more of a softer sound. But this project is a little different, a little heavier. It's got some heavy blues on it, and we're going to see where that goes. I would like to give a shout out to OME. I'm working in the studio in Kansas City, Missouri at Unplugged Studio. And ONE is the engineer of it, and he's a phenomenal musician, phenomenal guy. All those musicians up there are just really good musicians and really good people. That's where this project is being recorded at. So, in fact, I'll be up there this Thursday. I'll be up there recording. So
fantastic. Now, you've been putting a lot of time in on this new project, right?
Yes, it's years and years of not really having, the opportunity to really work it up, and it takes money to, get something like that going. And like, know that yourself, right? It's just a lot of meditation and working hard and never stopping, just don't stop. And so I'm excited to get back in the studio, and I have quite a few more albums in my mind. They're all of different flavors, so there's no one particular pigeonhole. I don't know how to label myself. I guess everybody else will have to do that for me.
Hey, that's okay. That's cool. Yeah, let them put a brand on you. Maybe you'll have a brand new genre come out of this, huh?
That'd be great. I just love to play music, and it's magic when you're on stage and you're playing with a band.
Yeah. So put a time frame on this. Your first album came out in about 2003. Is that right? 2003,
I released that. Yeah.
Okay, and then you were in between then and now. You've always been playing some music, and then I guess I reconnected with you. Has it been 2 years ago?
Well, it was pretty magical as well because I had been, life, like John Lennon said, life is something happening when you're making other plans, and I walked into one of your shows and I was there to see you and you said, "Oh my, here comes A.M. Jamison." And you got me on stage and lit a fire under me again, and here I am, so.
You're back at it.
I'm back at it.
And I mean, building up to that, I guess I remember we go back to 2009, and you opened for Brewer and Shipley at the Backroads. What was then? Well, it was called Shooters then. It was Shooters
Right,
Bar and
right.
Grill, and that was
Yeah,
kind of a cool deal. At that time, you were playing a solo acoustics thing. You were doing some shows and such around
right.
that time, and so that was kind of cool. And maybe that's when I don't know. No, I must have knew you before that, but so I've known you for a long time. But
Yeah,
but yeah, you were doing some little solo show. I think you were even did a couple shows out there on your own, maybe, or there was multi bands or something playing at the
right.
venue. And you did some stuff around the area at that time too, weren't you? Playing some small venues just around in the area, some a little bit too.
Oh yeah, I played. I was playing in Stockton at. They had a Bongos Bistro. I was playing for the Yacht Club, and that was a lot of cover stuff. A lot of Buffett and stuff like that. Because who doesn't like Buffett? This is my own project. This is not cover music, so it's kind of a little different thing. But
oh yeah, well every artist kind of goes through that, honing their style and reflecting on the artists that have influenced them and stuff. So yeah,
oh, absolutely.
definitely a good thing to have in there as well. I know you're heavily influenced, or from my understanding anyway, just by some of the songs that you've played, you're heavily influenced by Bob Dylan. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, right? I think Bob's been a good friend to us all. I mean, he's one of a huge influence on my writing style. Really woke me up and shook me. Bob gave us a lot. You as a musician, you that. Bob gave us a lot. Like, what was it? Woody Guthrie wrote on a card that Bob Dylan had him sign, and it said, "I ain't dead yet."
Exactly.
So Bob Dylan's been a huge influence on me. I mean, I owe a lot to Bob.
Definitely. What are some of your other influences? Maybe even new or old?
I like Bach. I mean, I Beethoven real well. I mean, I like classical composers like Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, that vein. I like jazz. It's like up in Kansas City, up at 18th and Vine. That's where jazz and the blues started. A lot of different influences, I guess. This album is very heavy. There's no acoustic guitar in it, but it's something I've always worked the acoustic guitar. And this is more of I'm going to do what I want to do. Kind of a John Holstrom kind of thing. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do what I want to do. That's exactly what punk is. Like, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway, regardless of what everybody thinks. So,
yeah. There needs to be, music coming out from all angles and all styles and styles of music that is not heavily influenced or heavily controlled is a better word for that, from a giant company that's an artist coming from an artist. And this is organic, coming right out from what you have as an artist. You're bringing that to the plate. Are you still, last time I talked to you about your album, I knew you were going to do one of the songs that were on the first album. You were doing a new version of that. Is that still something that's happening, or is that?
Well, actually, I haven't recorded that yet, but I wasn't gonna. I mean, on my first album, it's arranged differently. The music, the words are the same, the arrangement's the same, pretty much, but the sound of it is completely different. I redid the guitars on two of the songs, and so I didn't know if I was going to keep it that way because I've already got it recorded. But the way I play it, I'll play it live that way. I'll play it live, the different style, I guess you would say, rearrangement. And that's also I would like to talk about. I'm really enjoying playing live music. So if anybody out there is interested, go to my contact me, please, through the AM Jamison Alpha Wave Elixir Band at Facebook. Just contact me.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. I was at of course, the Music on the Square show here in Nevada, where your band came up, played in front of the courthouse, and that was really well received from all ages. I was really excited about the different age groups of people that were really into what you guys were doing. It was really, really rewarding experience. And I guess there's going to be, coming up in the Local Ear magazine, we're going to have, there's going to be an article about that performance, so they can look forward to that coming up, and you'll be able to read about about that experience, and it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It was a good show. You know, a lot of kids were. I wasn't expecting it. You know, young kids were out there running around having a good time, and it was very diverse of a crowd. And I think everybody had a good time.
I also seen you played at the County College over last summer, part of the Red Cherry Alley fundraising event, and that was really, really awesome. You had lights, you had intro music, and a whole theatrical kind of experience of, you had some stage props and everything, and it was really, really cool. Also, very well received, and people were very excited about that. So that was exciting. And so with those two experiences, as you guys you're developing things, and when you go out to play, I guess this is the question. When you go out to play the venues, you're not gonna you're not looking to be a cover band. You're looking to come out and do shows, performing your own material at all of your performances. Is that what I'm understanding right?
I have never with my band. I've never played a cover song. You know, I've never gone there and said, okay, we're going to learn this song. We've never done that, but I'm sure it could happen. I mean, I am not against it, but you know, this is probably going to be put onto vinyl, and I wouldn't want to put somebody else's song on vinyl. It's already been done.
You're going to introduce the world to some new music. You're going to do it on vinyl.
Like, you know, that's Beethoven. Beethoven broke all the rules. I'm going to do what I want. He just broke all the rules. You know, like Mozart was very, the laws of music. He didn't do certain things. Beethoven did not care. He just did whatever he wanted to.
I'm very excited. And you're kind of predicting this is going to be a spring, or maybe you already said that. You're talking about a spring release probably, because you've still got some time in the studio. You're going back up, like you said, this weekend.
Yeah, it may be. I may get it done. I'm going up there Friday and Saturday. Thursday and Friday. Excuse me. I'll be up in the studio Thursday and staying in Kansas City probably, and be there Friday. And I'm trying to finish up. It's been a journey, man. It's been up there with some great musicians, hanging out and breaking bread, and laying down tracks, and 14 hours at a time. And it's been a long journey, but like I say, I want to give a shout out to Ernest. He's a phenomenal engineer, and I highly recommend him. If you go to Unlabeled Studios in Kansas City, Missouri, OME, he's the one who's engineering my album, you know.
Yeah, and they do a lot of different types of music and stuff up there from what.
Yeah, they also do video and photography, and I'll probably be shooting some video up there as well.
Well, nice. That'll be great.
Or they mentioned, you know, possibly coming down where I am, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna, you know, might do that. So that's always on the table as well. Scout
out some locations in the area.
Absolutely. And I know Dangerous Doug, he's probably got a couple, you know.
I could find you a couple for sure. I always got ideas. I mean, it's been overdone now, but you could always go to Andy's in Springfield where Chapel Rowan shot hers.
Yeah, that's great frozen custard.
Yeah, I think they're getting a lot of business now because of that. So wherever you go, you'll get them some business for sure.
Oh yeah. Who knows? I don't know what the future holds. You know, I just, you know, a guy told me one time. I think I mentioned this in Springfield when I was at that balcony sessions.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. This is not a good industry, but if you want the industry, then do it.
On the Scene, you were with.
Yeah, On the Scene. Yeah, that was a good little show.
That was a fun event. Yeah, that
cool. Was fun. That was a good day.
Dominique is quite a gal, and that On the Scene thing is just really, really nice. It's a real blessing for Springfield to have something like that, because they really are, and not just Springfield. I mean, it's like artists like you can, you know, reconnect with them, and then when you play a show in Springfield, you can, you know, talk to them on there or whatever, or you could even, maybe Dominique might be listening, maybe she'll get you on, you can talk some more about your album down there, you know, and even closer to the release date or after the release date.
Absolutely. I mean, I met Dominique. She's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, they're working hard down there. They've got a good thing going down there in Springfield, and there are some venues you can do some original tunes down there. They've got some They've got just all types of entertainment down there.
I like to bring something new, something fresh, something that I don't want to try to be like anybody. I don't want to try to fit in. I want to be. It's all art to me. It's what do you want to paint your picture with? How do you want to paint your picture? And everybody has a certain theme. Okay, well, the world's a big place, and I just want to find something different and something fresh, something so people can say, whoa, what's that? That was different. That's a different.
Exactly. Yeah. Your songs on the new album, is there going to be a theme from song to song? Is this have an album theme, or is it just each song going to be its own little adventure?
Well, it all has the same roots, probably. There's heavy blues, 12-bar blues. There's a punk influence. There's grunge, alternative. I don't know. I guess they'll just have to hear. You can go to Reverb Nation and look me up, and probably there's four songs that are on there, but they're going to be redone. See, I'm in the studio right now, and so I just put that on Reverb Nation. A few months ago before I got in the studio. So you can go to Reverb Nation and look me up, A.M. Jamison. You can listen to those songs.
The 4 songs that are on there are from your first album, or are these demos in between? What exactly is on?
I think there's 1 or 2 songs from my first album that are rearranged. It's arranged now for a 3-piece power band because I'm just using a drummer, a bass player, and myself, and we're going out as a power band. So you can kind of get in your mind what it's going to sound like.
Yeah, a power trio. I love power trio.
One of the things that I was listening to your podcast of John Holstrom, and I guess one of his bands that he really is really into is Toxic Tito, and I've been listening to them a lot, and I've been really impressed about, I like that band, and so that's one of my things I'm into now, as far as what I'm listening to now, I guess. Yeah,
absolutely. What I'm seeing. I found the A.M. Jamison Reverb Nation page. It's A.M. Jamison. And it's got a picture of you there. And there are some featured videos on there. And it looks like this one is from your performance at the courthouse, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's the video of Ain't So Bad.
Ain't So Bad is on there. And that is, it looks cool, too, because the lights were all going behind you. That was just a cool-looking night. And you guys are just set up in front of the courthouse steps on the Vernon County courthouse, lawn. It's just a very, really cool, very cool performance.
It was a great little venue, actually. The weather was right. It was good crowd. A lot of people were involved, having a good time. There's actually songs on that Reverb Nation, too. If you got to scroll down to the more and then go to the songs or content, I think 333 Trapped is on there. I think Fragile is on there. I think My Milieu is on there. My Milieu being off my first album and Fragile being off my first album. And Falling Down, and I think one more, maybe 5 songs.
Very cool. Yeah. The tag to this would be www.reverbnation.com/AM Jamison. That'll get you to the page the easy way if you just type that into your browser online, and Reverb Nation will guide you from there. It's a wonderful service. If you haven't heard of Reverb Nation, we're not endorsed by Reverb Nation or anything, but it is a good tool for musicians for getting electronic press kits out there, or a way to, share your music and stuff. It's one of the longer running sites for music, and it's a cool thing. So it's neat to have you on Reverb Nation, of course, and it looks like it's showing that you're ranking #1 in the region for rock and roll. So that's cool, or rock music. So there you go. You're top.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. So been getting some good reviews. I'm glad the people like it.
Definitely, man, definitely. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we call it a day today?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Doug Harper and throw a shout out to him and thanking him for having me on this program. And I listen to his program and I keep up with it. So he really does a good job. He's just a really good interviewer, and give a shout out to him and thank him for the opportunity today. So
Well,
it's been fun talking shop with you, and I'm excited about what's going on in my little world here. So
I'm very excited as well. It's going to be great. Really excited to hear the new songs from the studio up there in Kansas City, and you're kind of joining the Kansas City scene. I mean, right out the chute. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. A lot of things are happening.
A lot of things are happening. Next, we'll be seeing you in St. Louis, and we'll be seeing you in Omaha, and heck, probably even New York.
Absolutely, that's where I'm headed. I plan on being in New York next year.
All right, man. I think that's
my bucket list. So
I think that's a good move. I think there's a good thing going on up there.
I think so too.
Well, all right, man. Great talking to you, and thanks for spending lunchtime with me today, AM Jamison, and for the listeners, thanks for hanging with us. It's been great. We'll see you again soon. Once again, thank you for spending your lunchtime with me here at Lunch with Doug. Produced and created by the Music Exerbia Project and made possible by the generous support of these esteemed sponsors. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic at 150 North Commercial Street in Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. Open Tuesday through Friday. Walk-ins are welcome. No appointment needed. American Legion Post number 2, located at 402 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. Newly remodeled with a fresh, clean look, gaming machines, and new smoke heaters. Open to the public. Express Printing and Hydrographics, a print shop and a commercial-grade hydro dipping facility with custom wide-format hydrofilm printing capability. Located at 14144 East Highway 54 at Adams Plaza. Contact them at 417-283-2005. Thank you for choosing to spend your lunchtime with me.